Hi and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all happy and eager for autumn to come in. For me, it's a season that's all about the senses. It's about the changing colors, the tones of yellow and gold and brown, the reds. It's about the light that changes, and it's about the smells, the smell of chestnuts in the air, roasted chestnuts. For me, it's about the senses. And speaking of smell, I'm often asked about the candle that I have burning in my background, and I've been asked if it's always the same candle. It's not the same candle because it's a refillable candle, which is amazing because you only have to spend money once on the actual holder and then you buy the refills. And this is not sponsored, by the way, because I'm all about sustainability. I love the fact that the refills are completely recycled, and even better, the wood covering can be used as a scent in your closet by spraying with whatever scent that you like. So I'm all about these candles and I was asked about them. So autumn, I've now changed it. I have an autumn smell. It's much spicier, much woodier. And the one I had in my previous videos was called Jardin d'été, summer garden. So it was all about summer. I love autumn. And with that, I want to help you navigate the transitional season because it's now time to layer up, and it is all about the layering. So I've come up with a 30-piece capsule closet, 30 items of clothing, plus accessories to help you go through this season in style. Let's get started. I'm gonna start with tops, and obviously as we are layering up, a tank top is always a basic, as is a white t-shirt. I'm gonna go through all of these quite quickly, and then I will be throwing in little ways of styling them. The idea of a capsule closet is to mix and match everything you have, so you'll notice that everything is quite tonal, that is purposeful, and I have a few autumn colors thrown in too. Because I'm all about the whites, a white cropped long sleeve top, perfect for this time. A short sleeved roll neck top, also perfect for this time, which you can pair with a pair of jeans instead of your typical white t-shirt if you want to, if you don't want to layer up. And then a black top. Not that I'm a huge fan of black, but I realize that black is a staple for many of you, so I've thrown in a black top that you can use, and these will be the basics that you will then layer. Here is where I've added colors. So orange is very much an autumn color. I've had this top for a very long time. It doesn't make its way on here very often, and I thought because this is about shopping your closet that I would try to find ways of making this fit into my closet. So orange, a good autumn color. A white shirt, which goes with everything. I don't need to say anything else. A chambray shirt, which I picked up from my I asked GPT to curate a capsule closet for me video. And a satin blouse, because satin is a huge trend for this season. This one has been on other videos too. You can jazz it up by having an all satin look, say with my black satin cargo trousers, or you can wear it with jeans for a really cool take. I wore this a lot for I think it was Christmas dinners and things when I had last year. So a satin shirt is always a must-have. And now what autumn is all about, which is the layering pieces, the knits. Oh, I can't wait to wear them. It's still a bit hot here in Portugal. But anyway, a cable knit. This is a white one. It is not very thick, so it's perfect for autumn. For the season, think about fine knits. Don't go for your chunky knits yet because it will be too hot. You'll be uncomfortable. Instead, go for either fine knits. This one is one that's already shown up here quite a few times. My stripy knit. Stripes are still a huge trend this season, so whatever you got from last year will be fine. No need to buy new ones. Cashmere knits, you know I'm all about the cashmeres. I actually have a short showing you 5 different ways of styling this shirt or tucking it in with a summer dress, so perfect for taking your summer clothes into autumn, an autumn color. This was actually a recommendation from a friend of mine because I only had these neutral shades minus the army green, and she said no, autumn is about autumn shades, hence the orange and the yellow that I'm showing up here. Cardigans, I've got this perfect transitional piece cardigan in a nude shade. It is light enough for wearing now in autumn, and it is also light enough for spring, for summer, and for winter you can wear it with something warmer underneath, so it is the perfect layering season for all capsule closets. And then this one from Massimo Dutti, which is that in-between jacket and cardigan. I'm bringing gray in here on purpose because I don't usually show a lot of gray, and it is a color that I do like. So I thought, as well as the oranges, I'm gonna make a point of throwing in gray and keeping things a bit different for you. So thank you very much as well for keeping me on my toes and making sure that I try different things in my closet. No surprise, I'm throwing in my black satin cargo trousers. I have a video showing you several ways of styling them with a nod to the transitional season, so they would have to make their way on here. Like I said, satin is a huge trend, and I think that these are chic and playful at the same time, so you can dress them up or you can dress them down, making them an incredibly versatile item in your closet. I showed you in that video how to style cargo trousers as a petite. Make sure they're high rise, straight legs and slim pockets so you don't feel too bulky. No surprises that I'm gonna throw in some cream trousers. These are tailored trousers. They were my mom's, but they didn't fit her, so I decided to keep them. They're a bit loose on me, but they're cropped, so they actually suit me. And I love wearing them with a blazer and now a belt over the blazer tied in for that perfect office look. Denim. There is no closet, no capsule closet without a denim, and I've thrown in a light wash and a dark wash to keep you covered for both occasions, whether you want to look a bit more put together or whether it's a very casual day. Style them up with a button down with a silk shirt and a pair of heels, or style them down with one of the knits I showed you, and they're good for so many different things that I can't even begin to imagine. I have no idea how many looks I could create with this closet. I don't think I have the time to figure it out, to be honest, but that would actually be an interesting exercise. And a skirt. I've thrown in this slip skirt, a satin skirt. Again, satin, a huge trend, and I love this skirt. I'm thinking about filming a video for you where I show 5 different ways of styling this skirt to make it look completely different. I love it. It's a great transitional piece. If you're cold, wear tights underneath. If you're not cold, then just wear it like this. Wear it with flats or trainers with boots. Again, endless combinations. So this is the skirt I picked for this capsule closet. Autumn dresses. I got 2 here. They're actually quite similar styles. Maybe I should have gone for different styles, but these are the ones I like. So we have an army green, short-sleeved, jersey style dress that I wore a lot last year. And then we have a fine knit cream dress that also showed up in quite a few videos last year. One is midi, one is maxi. You can wear them with trainers, you can wear them with heels, you can wear them with boots, style them up or down with a blazer, with a jacket. Endless combinations. So these 2 are my take. You'll notice there isn't a little black dress in my closet, and that is because I generally don't wear little black dresses. So if you want to, swap one of these for black. A little section that is very me loungewear. I'm putting here 2 items of loungewear, joggers and a hoodie. You know, I love hoodies. This is also an autumn color, you know, the dusty pink. I work from home, so I do wear a lot of loungewear. Perhaps if I created a capsule closet specifically just for me, I would have more loungewear, but that's a different matter. And who knows, maybe I'll come up with a little challenge for you later, and mine will be with loungewear. And now we're going on to outerwear. One blazer, my cream blazer. I haven't brought out the Burberry one yet, the wool one, because the wool one is very nice and warm, and I think it is more appropriate for winter or late fall, and it's early fall or early autumn right now. So I'm gonna go for this one, which has shown up time and time again, and it matches everything that I put on here. You can go for black if black is more your color, but this one is very autumnal. This one is very autumn. A leather jacket, and yes, no surprises that it's my brown leather jacket. I apologize if you keep seeing it time and time again. Shop the closet, you know the drill. A trench, you can't have autumn without a trench. It's gonna rain, And you don't want anything too heavy. So a lightweight trench like this one will keep you covered, and if the showers suddenly come on, but it's not very cold, this will be your go-to, trust me. Still on the light side, we have a light parka. I've had this parka for ages. I had the zip fixed. Again, that amazing shade of army green, olive green, call it what you will. It screams autumn, it really does. And it's got a hoodie. Hooded outerwear is a huge trend this season, but as far as I'm concerned, it is always a huge trend for me. So you'll find I have a few hoods. And last but not least, a fine wool coat. This is not actually wool. This is something else. It's Zara. I do have wool coats, but I keep them for autumn because they are proper wool and they're a bit warmer. For this season, I prefer something like this, again, with the hood, and it's a bit shorter than my other coats, my other overcoats. So this is the one that I will use in autumn rather than winter when I'll bring out the heavy wools. Shoe-wise, a pair of nude flats, always a capsule closet must-have. A pair of nude pumps. I've gone for the ones that most match my skin tone. They've shown up before. They've got a small kitten heel that is perfect for everyday use. You can also go higher or just skip them and use the flats instead. Two-tone slingbacks. Slingbacks seem to be huge this season. I've seen them everywhere. These are a dupe for the Chanel ones. They've shown up before. These were custom made for me by the Portuguese brand Miss Wolf, and I think I'm going to be wearing them a lot. Chelsea boots, black Chelsea boots. I've gone for the chunky heels. If you want to, you can go for the flat ones instead, but because I'm so petite, I like that extra height, so it's these chunky boots, and they're incredibly comfortable. You barely notice they have a heel. But again, you can go for completely flats. Last but not least, a pair of white trainers. They go well with everything. You can wear them with a skirt, with the dresses, with the trousers, everything. A pair of white trainers, an absolute capsule closet must-have. You can also throw in a pair of wellies for good measure. So shorter wellies like these, great if suddenly you're hit by autumn showers. So yeah, I'm throwing these as well into my capsule closet. Accessory-wise, I don't actually have too much. I've got handbags, a belt, and shoes. I'll start with the belt, the tan belt that has turned up on other occasions here because it matches everything that I have on here. Again, if you've gone more for blacks, because blacks suit you better, then go for a black belt instead of tan. I've put in here 3 handbags. You can narrow it down to 2, but I will talk you through the choices. So a big one that you can wear, say, to go to the office if you need to take your laptop with you, if you need to take a packed lunch, whatever. So you need a big bag that will take you into the office. Ooh, it actually suits the shirt very well. A smaller bag, a black bag, no surprises here, the Stella McCartney tote. Both of these were bought pre-loved, and this one will suit various occasions. You can use it for a dressier style, or you can use it to tone down a dressier style, depending on what you're wearing with it. I mentioned this shirt with the handbag. Now this shirt is new, my mum got it for me, and it is supposed to be on the rack, but I decided to try it on, and I liked it so much that I kept it on, but I haven't actually cut out the label yet, so I'm gonna have to cut out the label, but hence the reason why this one has a label still on it. It is actually meant to be part of the capsule closet. A stripy shirt is always a stripy shirt, and this one is a bit different because of the shade. And then my pull-in handbag, this is the Mini Nuff. It's a crossbody bag, so a smaller bag that you can use for your day-to-day life, for running errands, and it's that perfect shade of taupe that also goes well with all of these items. I hope you enjoyed this video, that it gave you loads of ideas and inspiration for the autumn season coming in, for you to get yourself organized, go into your closet, figure out what you have, find out if there's anything that you are missing and buy it. You can look in thrift shops or you can buy new, it's perfectly fine. Just make sure that you go for things that you will wear for a very long time, timeless classic pieces. Please give this a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, hit that notifications bell, and I'll see you again soon.